Chat already. Look at
He's
that.
an early bird.
Gets the worm.
He was just all excited to see us.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Maybe I should turn that volume down.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's all right. I popped up the screen there, and there was two of you. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. I realized it was a Skype window. So
double trouble.
Exactly. Okay, I got it. The chat rules. Jesus criminy.
What?
Oh, Twitch. It has a pop-up about the chat rules, and if you don't click OK, I've got it, then it just keeps popping up, and it won't let you post anything in the chat. So it's annoying.
Lordy, Lord.
Follow the chat rules, Kim. I don't want to have to ban you.
I know, right? That'd be terrible.
Kim, please ban yourself.
Right. You're in timeout. God, I haven't been in timeout in ages.
Okay, I think we're almost ready.
I think so.
Really, Lord? Really? That might get you banned, Lord. That really might get you banned from this chat.
I don't think so.
That's the nicest thing anyone said to me all day.
We love you, cunt.
All day long.
So, shall we do it then?
I think we should.
We can.
I mean, that's why we're here, isn't it?
I don't know.
So.
I don't know. I was asked last night, what did we talk about on the Overseas Connection podcast? And
what did you say?
I said, I'm not quite sure.
A lot of nonsense.
It used to be about gaming.
That's a lot about everything. You know.
It is a grab bag. That's okay. It's a variety show. That's the way
we've evolved.
It's Top Gear. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hit a button.
Okay. Don't hit it very hard.
I'm going to make this happen. Lord, would you like to do the honors? Tell me to press the button. Interactive. Tell me to
please.
Press it. Please,
press the damn button.
The podcast will start on your command.
We're waiting for you, Lord. Just say, do it.
Dear Lord.
Oh, there he is.
Nice.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go.
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started. Medic! I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 752 of the Overseas Connection podcast. It is September 24th, 2023. I am your host, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. And joining me today, a lovely duo of individuals. I think we can lead in with her music. Robin, do we have some music for Kim Woods? We did have music, I swear. Lovely.
Oh man, I feel like I should be like a magical fairy or something. I'm but
you are our magical fairy.
Howdy. That's me. I think, according to Twitch, we have two of me, and one of them looks strangely like Robin. So anyway, just a heads up on that. So, right. Anyway, that's me. I'm here. I'm happy to be here. So let's do a podcast.
Damn straight. Kim Woods, thanks for joining us this week. Also on the podcast, I don't know if he has music or not, but Robin Tate.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Evening, everybody. It's Robin Trump Tate here. How you doing? I'm on the show. I'm here. I've got a dime bar. I've got some cherry Coke. I've got some merchandise. We talk about merchandising. So, yeah, gonna be good fun tonight.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. All right. So we are a video game podcast. We were talking about this on the pre-show. We talk about a lot of stuff, though, not just video games. We like video games. It's what brings us all together. But we talk about more than just video games. So be prepared. We're going to throw a lot at you in the next hour or so. We We are on Twitch. We are on YouTube. We do this every Sunday, 9 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. on the West Coast, 4 p.m. in the East Coast. And if you happen to be out in Hicksville, it's 3 p.m. Central Time Zone. I think we should announce some birthdays real quick. Louis Danson having a birthday coming up on the 22nd of September. Actually, Louis Danson had a birthday on the 22nd of September. It really helps when I pay attention to what day it actually is, even though I said the day, I forgot the day. But yeah, right. Louis had a birthday. Somebody else is having a birthday next Friday, but we don't need to talk about him. We can talk about Gary Symington having a birthday on the 30th of September, which, I mean, you know, it's right there. And I'm not going to say how old Gary's going to be. We're just going to sing a happy birthday song for Gary and for Louis in the past.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Insert name here. Happy birthday to you.
The gentleman was not recognized.
Hey, okay, now, so speaking of birthdays, next weekend, I won't be around. I am leaving town for my birthday, actually going to visit my sister and see her new house. I have neglected to do that. She's already been there like 2 years. I have yet to have gone to her house. So I'm like, I feel really bad. She's like, why don't you come here for your birthday? And I'm like, okay, I could do that. So that means the animals and inmates will be running the asylum next weekend. Be prepared. However that goes down. We are missing our ginger. I should point this out. Pete's having ginger problems. What exactly that is, we can't tell you. There's a mystery box behind what ails a ginger on a day-to-day basis. But we do hope Pete will return to the podcast maybe next week. Maybe he can come in and fill in my shoes. Maybe have him run the show, Robin. Wouldn't that be an interesting turn of events? You talk about cock cages all show long. That and boats that go 4 miles an hour. Okay. Can we call it a boat?
I'm killing everything. I'm killing everything on the stream right now. There's multiple me's everywhere.
Oh yeah, you are. I see it now. Yeah. Welcome to my issue from last week or 2 weeks ago.
And now Lord's dizzy because of all the stuff.
Robin is just taking over everything.
Well, great.
While Robin attempts to fix that, I will continue and push forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Pete was just feeling a little bit tired. He's been doing, they're into the shutdown with his work, and I think that's a part of the big problem is he's having to kind of take on a lot of responsibilities and do a lot of things. So we cut him some slack. And again, he is ginger, so there's that.
And he is building a boat or rehabbing a boat, I guess. So.
He is building an ark. But again, can we call it a boat? It only goes 4 miles an hour. This is my fundamental issue. I think I could float faster than he can drive.
Well, yeah, but it's not necessarily a raft, so I guess it would have to be a boat. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it floats, so, I mean,
It does float. There is that.
There is that.
Got to give it that. It floats. But then again, rafts float.
True.
I guess we can say one definitively it is not an anchor.
Right. And I can walk faster than Pete's boat. So
again, this is my whole thing. Is this really? It's not transportation at that point, right? It's if you can walk faster than what you're getting on, it seems completely unintuitive. At that point, it's really just a storage device. It's a floating storage device for Pete.
Oh, Captain Pete.
Yeah, Captain Pete. All right. I suppose we can talk about story time.
Well, sure. Why not?
Looks like Cam's.
Hooray, it's story time. Hooray, it's story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
Lord, we didn't want to talk about it, but yes, we actually think Pete is trying to bail out his boat at this point in time. It might be taking on water. No. Okay, let's talk some story time. Robin, you have the cameras fixed from what I can tell. Well done. Kim, we'll start with you. What's been
Okay.
going on in your neck of the woods?
Honestly, not a whole lot. I think, and this is, I don't know if this is sad or not, but anyway, the most exciting thing is the Extra Life thing is back up. So we're doing Extra Life for another year. So I got that set back up. I am now your captain. Scary thought. So, there's that. I don't know. Pretty much,
What is the
going
date?
back
What
and
is the
forth.
official date?
November 4th.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I will be signing up to Extra Life shortly after this show.
Okay.
So, what about
I expect it.
Toothless then? Gary? Why is he not captain?
I don't know. I think he just hadn't. I
He
wanna
hadn't
say
set it
he
up
did
yet.
sign up for it, but apparently not. So
'Cause I talked when he briefly had a flirt with Bongo racing some cars. We had talked about
Right.
doing a 24-hour event,
All right.
and he said he says, "Yep, he was all up for it." So I'm not sure.
I don't either.
know.
All I know is the VG Hub team hadn't been started yet. So when I signed up, they're like, "Do you want to restart it?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, because I mean that's where we all usually go." So all right, so
all right,
that's where
there
we're
we
at.
go.
So yeah. So like I said, it's been a pretty quiet, normal week for me because no kids. So I just been puttering around the house, doing laundry, and normal stuff that no one wants to hear me talk about. So there you go, Extra Life. If you want to join the VG Hub Extra Life, it's up and going.
But I see there's money in your pot. I actually came across you the other night. No,
Yeah. Yep. I've actually got a couple
I
of
seen your
donations already.
page. I didn't come across you.
Money in your pot. It sounds dirty in a way. I don't know.
little bit.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll let it go.
All right.
So anyway,
well,
that's it for
I
me.
will be joining you, Kim, on this trek for sure this year.
Good deal.
So we will
Yeah,
get
because
that
Tony
going.
kind of hinted around that maybe he might like to give it a go. And he's only 10, so I don't expect him to stay up for the whole 24 hours. But maybe in the times I need a break to kind of go move around, get the blood flowing again, he can kind of fill in for me, see what it's like. So, yep.
All right. Okay. What else, Kim? Anything else?
No, that's like I said, that's pretty much about it. It's been pretty quiet here this week. So, I mean, I haven't had any kids to like drive me crazy or anything. So. Unless you want to hear about the 2 hours it took me to mop all the floors in my house and stuff like that, but I don't think you want to hear about that. So,
No, I think
Jesus,
we will
get
pass
a
on that.
better mop.
Yeah,
right?
You need a mop named Greg, apparently.
No, it was
Apparently.
Cindy. Cindy didn't do a good job.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Cindy
right.
did
Yeah.
get fired for that job. That's right.
She got sent back.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
what about the rest of you?
I suppose I can go next.
Hmm.
'Cause
Alright.
we'll celebrate Robin in a moment here.
Alrighty.
So, what we talked about already. I'm tardy on Extra Life. I know. I meant to actually sign up yesterday. Completely forgot, and now I'm on the hook. Yeah, but I'll do it. Got it
It's
on my note now. I will sign up for Extra Life post show.
Alrighty.
I did start watching the Star Wars show,
Mhm.
Ashoka.
Oh, okay.
Now,
All right.
I'm going to contradict myself a little bit. It starts off
Uh-oh.
really strong. I liked the first episode overall.
Mhm.
But the Star Wars, and I've only seen 1.5 episodes so far, so bear that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Really like the first episode. Starts off, has a kind of dark, really gritty opening moments to it, which I liked.
Mm-hmm.
But they always manage to just take me out of the moment in some fashion or another. And so I'm going to do my best not to spoil anything, but I'm just going to point out one of those moments.
Dom
So-
dies.
In the first episode, there is a moment where they bring out a security detail. And think of this as 6 rebel security detail people. And, they're supposed to be the muscle to back up whoever the captain, if you will. So they bring out the muscle,
Mhm.
and in front, like front and center, is one of the security detail guys. Now, mind you, stormtroopers all have really cool, white armor, helmets. They look badass.
Mhm.
And rebel soldiers always look like dumpy
Yeah.
fucking turds.
They haven't
They
washed.
just look
Yeah.
horrible. It's the worst costume design in the history of costume designs. And so they're there, And in the front, and mind you, they all have sidearms, right? Pistols in a holster.
Mhm.
Front and center, front row, is Fishman Dude. And I forgot the name of the character. It's
Admiral
Fishman Dude. It's the
Bucker
big bulby eyes.
Buckcar. Yeah.
He's wearing the
whatever his
dumpy
name-
helmet.
Fishman.
And they
dude.
have his hands out by his side, which are clearly oversized dumb gloves that are webbed all the way up to the tips of his fingers, meaning no fucking way can he actually pull his weapon out and manage to shoot it because
Right.
his hands can't possibly fit. I mean, it just, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? Didn't anybody just look at this and think, this looks stupid? This looks really dumb. But no,
Oh, well.
they did not.
My son Joshua was a great fan, and he has built. Yeah, he thought it was great. We said, "But Robin, you have to watch some of the Bad Batch and some of the other stuff to make you understand what it's about." So, excuse me. So I have been watching some of these things,
Right?
and I'm leaving it.
I like the Bad Batch.
Yeah, so he got all this Lego delivered last week, and he came in tonight with this big. Is it episode one of the newer ones when Yoda and there's the big battle? They have the battle with in the sort of arena, and then Yoda comes down and they fly off, and this. Wow, there's that F-35.
There's the missing jet.
I have been timed back.
The sort of drop ship thing that they're all hanging off in the flying over the desert. Well, he got one of those. I'm sure it was 300 quid. I'm sure it was. And he's built it tonight. And this thing is friggin' massive. It's bigger than Greg. You know, it has a wingspan of about 3 feet, and it's about 3.5 feet long. I'm going, where the hell are you ever going to put this thing? I mean, it wouldn't fit in your display. It might fit on top of your display cabinet, but it's massive. He's had fun building it, but what do you do? There's £300 of Lego. It's built. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can you not turn it into the Eiffel Tower or something next? Or anyway, sorry. So I will get to Ashoka eventually, but I've started watching the Bad Batch, and it's quite good. It's quite good. Bad Batch.
It is. I overall I really liked Bad Batch. I think it's an excellent animated series. But the live action Star Wars stuff, Andor I think was the lone exception for me.
Right.
Andor was good.
And
I really
everything
liked
beyond
Andor,
that,
so.
I'm kind of like,
Well, the first couple of the Mando, apart from when the little child kid Mini Yoda got into it more and more, but the first season of Mando was very, very good. It's kind of got a bit drama, a bit Dallas and Dynasty since that point, isn't it? Really. So okay,
okay. And then for the last thing to talk about, on Friday night, I went to the John Bonham Led Zeppelin experience.
Wow. Did you do Moby Dick?
I'm sorry?
Done Moby Dick then? The big massive drum solo one? John Henry Bonham, that's the most famous track?
Did not play that, no.
Like
it was all
15-minute
Led
drum
Zeppelin.
Stairway?
But
No,
it was
Stairway.
Fantastic. They did Stairway. That was one of the final tracks they played. It was a really, really fantastic concert though. And I'm not a big Led Zeppelin fan. I like Led Zeppelin, but I'm not like, oh my God, greatest band ever kind of person. So I came away though thoroughly enjoying the concert. It was good. So John Bonham for the win.
Very good. And sorry, your wife put a video up of a queue. What was that about? Is it the same thing?
Is it her being drunk in a drive-through?
No, it was like in a lobby waiting to go somewhere or get into somewhere, and she
that probably was at John Bonham.
And she was a video of a queue of middle-aged people.
She was taking now I remember. This was a video of the bathroom lines. For whatever reason, normally women's bathroom lines at concerts are a mile and a half long.
Yeah.
And men's bathroom lines are relatively short.
Yeah.
Complete opposite.
We don't wash our hands.
And And I think it's because they
We don't
had 3 urinals
We don't snort cocaine off the
in
counter.
the men's bathroom, and I'm sure they had like 12 different stalls in the women's bathroom. So, but yes, that was the concert. And it was good. It was a brand new venue, so it was the first time seeing it there, and it was fantastic.
Super. That sounds really cool. That sounds
So
cool.
that was me. That's me. Done.
Oh.
Robin, what about you?
Well, yes, we'll celebrate Robin, shall we?
We should.
Somebody celebrated me this week. A few years ago, I got a piece of glass from my work for being salesperson of the year. Here it is. I have it proudly on my desk. And this week, I got another piece of glass. Congratulations. Thank you for sticking us. No. Thank you for us sticking you. No. Thank you on over 20 years of service with the company. So they give me some
Very nice.
Some more holidays. They give me a voucher, and they took me out for a very nice meal on Wednesday evening. So there you go. They can't sack me for another month or two because it would look bad.
That's important.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was busy that way. And while I was away, I got told off because every week at the moment I seem to get something new through the door. And the general excuse, which is wearing thin. Okay, I ordered that years ago or donkeys ago, and that one's wearing thin.
Right.
But this week I got another Stream Deck. Last week it was a lighting system, so I got the XL. So I have the medium one, and I've got this big boyo now, and sort of the left and right of the cockpit, the nice little frame that you got for me from Etsy. Greg, I don't know if they do a big one, but this is beefy. This is like a big block underneath it, where you don't really need that. So I'm using the bottom row for quickly firing up all of the different pieces of software that I use and different web pages that I use, and then all the other ones are free for sound effects.
Oh dear.
So
it's okay. I encourage this. I very much like my Stream Deck. I did not get the XL. I have the middle one, so it's, I don't know,
9 or 12 buttons.
12? 8 rows across, but 4 by 8.
Oh.
So 32 buttons. It's enough. And what's cool is you can actually create different pages.
Yeah, it's the same one.
So
that's the big one.
Yeah.
That's the Stream Deck XL.
Okay. Well, then, yes, I have that.
So there's the smaller one, which is sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sort of that size, which is what you got me that frame for.
Right.
Yeah. So I'd worked out there was those problems. I had the little one, and it was used to move scenes and stuff like that there, but I could never get the sound effects to work. And it's because I'm using dual PCs for streaming, and it's all about routing. And then I went, okay, well, if I actually stick this one here onto the gaming PC, and the stream can pick up the sound effects from there. There's still a few routing issues, but not so bad. So yeah, that. But yeah, so I've been told not to buy anything. So anything new that comes into the house has to be brought in through the back door. I do have some stuff on order, but hopefully it'll arrive when Judith's out. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's that. So some other stuff. Well, last night, goodness, we had a Charlie drama. So it was his girlfriend's birthday, and Judith had booked her and him into the spa, and he called me in the early evening. His little car, his exhaust, or as you muffler, his exhaust was hanging down.
Yes.
And I went, okay, well, is it scraping the ground? Oh, no, it's not. So that was about maybe 7 in the evening. He told me this. So then at 9:15 in the evening, when I'm about to go and do streaming and live and stuff like that there, he phones, yeah, it's just scraping the ground. I don't know, will you leave the garage door open so I can get in and get some cable ties to tie it up? I went, Charlie, so why didn't you tell me this at the time? I could have came and got you. You have to take Chloe home and cable ties. Right. It's an exhaust. They'll melt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They'll melt, yes. So 17-year-olds, and yeah. So I had a look at it this morning, and shooterist, knocker over of things, Stanley has a welding gun. So he's going to weld his exhaust temporarily tomorrow evening for him. So not only does he destroy, but he puts things back together again.
See, and this also now highlights the problem we have in the world
with youth,
where we have moved away from the old iron hangers.
Yes.
Remember the old metal iron, or I call them iron.
Yes.
They're just metal hangers.
Yeah. Somebody suggested this on the stream last night.
Solution.
And I said, no, his girlfriend is not pregnant. So And I was admonished for that. So rightly so. Rightly so. I said, Jesus, Robin, you've got very dark. So, oh, goodness me. Anyway, we'll get him sorted. Bless him. Funny, when we're working out, my niece is getting married. My first one of the kids is getting married next year, and all of my in-laws are in the house right now booking flights. And Charlie, we said, look, Charlie, do you want to ask Chloe to come along with you to Italy next year? Because he had talking about going away with his mates for a big one, their first big sort of party holiday. But I think his friends are already letting them down. I said, look, come along. This will be a nice one for you to come away and with us. And if she's still here, which, well, I've been going out for over a year now, so you know,
if she's still here, that is dark.
Anyway,
my parents would have said the same thing about me back in my dating days. I was good for like 3 months max.
Yeah, well, this is his first sort of big long-term girlfriend. Anyway,
okay, all right.
Lots of other stuff arrived. Charlie. We already know about the Bongo Racing stickers. If you want Bongo Racing stickers, let me know, and I'll get them to you. But we had
also know about the cards, the business cards.
The business cards
Lovely.
With the QR code. They've arrived. That's very cool. I like that. The QR code works. We've got the Bongo Racing pens have arrived.
Oh boy.
And the Bongo Racing mugs, merchandising. It's all about the merchandising. We already have the T-shirts, so it's cool to see this stuff. I wanted the cards for my trip to Germany in a couple of weeks. So
well, it's important. It's important to be able to advertise your OnlyFans account. Right. So that's
Well, there's nothing wrong. I mean, there's normal people use OnlyFans to share content.
No, there's not. There's not one fucking normal person out there that for their OnlyFans account that they charge money for. They may have an OnlyFans account that they don't charge money for, but the ones charging money for it, I guarantee. Yeah,
I've been watching some YouTube shorts, and there's this girl that keeps on popping up on my shorts stuff, and it's like, if you're a man, he loves a good cooked meal when he comes home, and look after him and treat him, and I'm going, yes, I like this girl. This is old, traditional values, great stuff this
Sounds
year.
Lovely.
And as it's went on and on over the months, it's like, yeah, okay, and if you want to see more of my stuff. Just search Coco Loco or whatever her name is, and so I did, and she is on OnlyFans. I thought, you're not as pure.
I bet she loves racing.
You're not just as pure as you came across in that one. I'm quite sure. Not that I know. I actually that was the first time I ever sort of looked at OnlyFans, but I didn't register or anything like that. There,
that's when you should offer her a free subscription to you for her. There you go. Let's do a swap out.
Okay,
so promotion there.
When I was out for my meal, one of the guys mentioned the thing that I came home and started to watch, and it's brilliant. It came out a little while ago, and it's called The Offer. You probably already know all about this. I'm a lovely fan of The Godfather. I love the Godfather movies, and this is a series, a drama, with lots of really, really good actors in it, about the making of The Godfather and how.
Interesting.
And it's about, so you have Mario Puzo, who he just wants to eat all the time. The director, his name, but it's mainly about the producer, who had really no experience, and he sort of blagged his way into Paramount Studios. So him and the head of Paramount and those wild and crazy times, and how the Mafia hated the book The Godfather when it came out. I mean, there was those massive protests from the Italian community, and even bigger protests when they thought this movie was coming out. And the producer, they threatened him. They shot up his car. There's loads of stuff that went on.
Yeah. And why they didn't like it is just because it was exposing them, basically.
It was looking, but he went and seen them, and lots of these big names, and people like Frank Sinatra portrayed so badly as rightly so as a real
absolutely tied to.
So I've watched 3 or 4 episodes. It's fantastic. It's well acted. The story is brilliant, and it's full of all of that lore. I'm saying, well, Judith, do you know what, darling? You might enjoy it, but I get a lot of the references and the things that they're talking about, and at that time, Paramount Pictures were having trouble financially, and their biggest hits were Rosemary's Baby at the time, and then Love Story. It was just coming out around that time, but they had lots of flops. Robert De Niro, of course, they didn't want him anywhere near this movie. He was a nobody, and they had to fight to get them through. Even going to see the guy that got to play Marlon Brando is superb. They go to his house to try and get him, and so just really, really, it's funny, it's good, it's brutal, and it's The Offer. It's called. It's on Amazon as part of the package.
All right.
The Offer.
There's also, what is that movie, The 12 Million Miles Away?
Oh, I watched it.
Just came out.
Yeah, I watched it. Brilliant. Really good.
Yeah, it's on my to-do list.
Yeah, it's nice. It's light. It's not too heavy.
Well, it's a true story, which is I think why I really wanted to watch it. So
yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's it. So the week ahead, I've got a meeting in Dundalk tomorrow morning, and yeah, that's the week finished then. So
okay. Hey, did I tell you I'm going back to Vegas?
Fuck you. I think about Vegas at least once a week. I mean, I keep on watching these guys on slot machines. There's a new NFL slot machine out. You got to play. It's supposed to be brilliant.
Yeah, I saw it the other night at the casino. By the way, $15 a pull.
I watched this guy called Vegas Matt. Okay, a guy called Vegas Matt on YouTube, and he's pretty much, he does other stuff. He has another business, but he goes to pretty much casinos every day with his son, by the looks of it, and the video slots. And he's playing. I mean, one of the ones I watched through the week there, it was $750 a spin.
That's nuts.
And he'll go
Holy
in,
moly.
and he'll go in with, I've got like 2 vouchers for $5,000 each, and we're gonna go until we get the big jackpot. And I'm sure sometimes he loses, but the other day, $120,000. And so that's the hook that keeps you watching. But it's just phenomenal. Now, he doesn't always do $750, but generally he does $50 a spin. And that to me is even that is mind-boggling.
That's just bonkers.
So he sits there, the son has the camera on it, and they go and they try to do magic twirls and sphinx and goes and I'm going, oh frig me! And all of a sudden he's up $15,000. He says, no, I'm going to keep going. He put $5,000 in, and he's up $15,000. And he'll keep going and going and going and going, and it'll be all gone. And then the next day he's in again. So I don't know where all the money is. Either he's very, very rich, or very, very committed to all of this. I don't know, but it's just
it's probably a little bit of both. I think those high rolling gamblers, especially if you're doing slot machines, which is, look, there's no skill involved in that other than just finding the right machines. But that's a money in, money out thing. You have to dump money in to get money out, but then you have to be disciplined to walk away. As I was with my similar to what you did
with my light-footed gentleman that wanted me to go home with him, which I didn't do.
Yeah. Even
though I came in very, very early the next day. So
yeah. Anyway, so October 12th through the 15th. Sorry, 10th through the 12th. God, I'm totally wrong. 10th through the 12th. Robin, book your flight.
No, this is work, I would assume.
Yeah. I'm there for a conference. I'm going to be at the Red Rock Casino in Vegas, which I've never. It's a casino resort, so I'm pretty sure it's off the beaten path.
It's in the desert.
But it looks
15 miles.
but it looks like it has a fantastic golf course. It's one of those high-end. All right. Resort casino, locations.
As you know, I have the Amazon screen thing in the kitchen, and it has constantly my favorite photographs, and there's thousands of them in there now over the years, and I keep on adding them, and it just makes me smile because when there's Top Golf, there's the cars, there's the even.
Every time I see us in front of a tank.
Brewdog, there's the tank photographs there, there's some in the back of the Jeep. There must be 30 or 40, and they pop up, and it just makes me smile. In fact, I was talking about it, one of our ex-foster kids, wedding we were at in August of last year, she's had a baby now, and she was over home with the baby, and she dropped in night before last.
Sorry, she had a what?
A baby. A baby. A baby, and she dropped.
Bobby, is that like a kangaroo?
A little Bobby, yeah. So the baby's, I don't know, 4 months old, 5 months old. So she was over home, and she dropped in with her mum on the way to the airport, going back to Manchester. And she was saying, "Oh, my friends want me to go to Vegas in June, and I've never been, and I don't know, is my sort of thing." I said, "Yeah, it's your sort of thing. It's everybody's sort of thing. It's whatever thing you want it to be." Seriously,
it's true.
It is whatever
Honestly,
you want it to be.
Vegas, as long as you're there as an adult, or if you go there as a family, your kids need to be older. They need to be in that, I think, 16
14 and up.
14, 16, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can hang on their own and still be entertained. Younger than that, you kind of start getting up against the wall because you really can't leave them alone, and what they can do is not going to be nearly as fun.
Yeah, I know, but I was there with Charlie and Joshua, and they were younger then, and we went to the pinball. Again, it's not adult fun, but we went to the Pinball Hall of Fame, and we done solid bits and pieces there as well. So
there was no hookers and blow with that trip.
Well, there's no hookers and blow on our trip either, mate. Even though you said that's one of your bucket list things that just didn't happen.
We easily could have made that happen. We had our driving connection. Let's not forget this.
But you're saying, but the flight is so long, and maybe we'll just go to Spain or Greece. And I said, it's just a couple of more hours in the plane. That's all it is. I mean, who cares?
You
just
gotta live a little.
Do it. I can't wait to get back.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get back.
All right. Well, let's talk some video games, Robin.
Okay. Video games.
Sure.
Shall we play a game?
I want to play a game.
You are one pathetic loser.
Okay.
Feels slightly rude, but yes, I am. All right, I'll start.
Okay.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna talk Starfield. I won't. We've talked a lot about Starfield, but I want to just highlight one of the great things about this game. So I decided to go and join the Rangers. My character again, Raylan Givens. He played. That's a character. He's a U.S. Marshal in Justified, and so I'm like, okay, Raylan Givens. He has to be like a law-abiding, and I was like bounty hunter kind of background. But then the opportunity came up to join the Frontier Rangers, and in a sense be a lawman. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. So do that. And I go on to this side mission that I'm exploring a farm where this woman has been threatened by some thugs. And this little side quest, which I thought was going to be basically go out to the farm, confront the guys trying to steal her land, kill them or take them, arrest them and be done with it. It is dovetailed into this huge conspiracy theory plot line that has delved completely away from the farmland into this much bigger thing. And I'm just loving it. I'm like, this is awesome. And so that's, I think, the magic of this game. It's that, yes, the main storyline is quite good. And going through those elements is going to satisfy a lot of people. But the real magic is in creating a character and playing your character how you would. And so, I could have gone a different way. If I had been a, kind of a less scrupulous individual, I could have probably gone into this mission and ultimately sided with these thugs and potentially joined their gang. I mean, there's a lot of different avenues you can kind of see that could have gone through this. But the fact that this little mission turned into this much bigger mission, that's what's amazing to me. And I've just really been enjoying my time with Starfield.
And Bethesda would be very good at that as well, at that expanding thing, something that was scratch the surface and there's something massive underneath it.
Yeah, it is a Bethesda game at the end of the day. So you're still going to get some of those quirks. You're still going to get some of those oddities. Like I loaded into a bar scene and I literally saw a guy that was supposed to be standing at the bar kind of morph through the bar top and slide into where he was supposed to be leaning against the bar, which is pretty comical. But, nothing game breaking, didn't kill my experience at all. But I laughed a little bit at that graphical little glitch and I saw it. So it's not perfect in that sense. I don't think there's a perfect game out there.
No.
But this is the game I wanted, and Starfield is delivering.
Brilliant.
For me, hands down. So
superb.
Okay. Kim.
You ready? Well, the masochist that I am, more Call of Duty, more, shipment 24/7. Always fun. It is for me, whatever. Me and Boomer. Die, repeat. That's kind of our motto and what we live to. I live for.
You and Boomer holding down the fort.
Yep. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I should, by the way, real quickly. Sorry, Kim. Because you're talking about you and Boomer playing Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Martin and I did play Halo on Wednesday. It was just the two of us, and we did quite well.
Well, good.
And I think partly it's because we didn't have that stupid PC player with us, Rob. And so we weren't getting a lot of PC Halo players. We were getting other gamepad players, and we were wrecking some shop. So we had a really good time. It was fun. Rob was, I think, feeling under the weather, and so hence he did not jump on with us. But anyway.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, there you go.
Continue on, Kim. Sorry, I totally sidetracked you.
No problem. Yep. So anyway, more COD, more shipment. Yes, I am a masochist. I enjoy the pain. What can I say? I don't know. Yeah, there's just something good about throwing a random grenade and like taking 3 people out at one time. You know,
it's you throw a grenade and you take 2 steps and you're dead. That's the thing. Shipment is just chaos.
Yep.
That map, they might as well
That's
call
what I
it
enjoy.
chaos.
Yep.
Not shipment. Just call it chaos because that's what it is.
Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, you die a lot, but you also have the opportunity to, you know, take a bunch of fuckers with you when you go. So.
Well, but the design, if you really think about the design of that
right.
map, and I'm giving it stick, but I mean it is fun. The chaos is fun, but it is literally just a small loop circle.
Yep.
When you really break it down, and you're just constantly either running with the flow of the river or you're going against the flow of the river and being able to rack up kills. That's at the end of the day, that's how it all works.
That's always it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because there were times they were spawning me with the bad guys, so I'd no sooner spawn than I'd be dead.
Right.
So you know, and it does get aggravating. Not gonna lie. We've had days where we thought about throwing the controller, just saying "fuck this noise." But I mean, for the most part, it's fun. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm a masochist. I don't know. But anyway, I played a couple of new games this week. Beacon Pines is scheduled to go off Game Pass, and I've had it downloaded and sitting since it came on Game Pass, meaning to play it. And I thought to myself, well, I looked it up, and it's only like 5 to 7 hours to complete it. So, okay, even my ass can do that. So I did. I sat down a couple of evenings with my little Razer handheld thing, and I played Beacon Pines, and it's really good.
Looks very cute.
I'm looking at the visuals. It reminds me of kind of like Animal Crossing-esque.
A little bit, yeah, or almost a Night in the Woods.
Yeah, I'm not vibing this right now, but explain the gameplay to me. Help me understand the gameplay.
It's how do I put this? It's like a story. You know, it's basically a video story book kind of deal. You take different paths to finally figure out what the true ending of the story is, because they give you little you get little charms with words on the bottom of them, and you use those to branch the story out in different directions, just to see where it'll go. Sometimes it'll lead you to a bad ending, but ultimately you eventually get to the good ending, I guess you'd call it. And it's there's no real dialogue. The only dialogue is from the storytelling. The little animals that you see, one is Luca, the little liger is Rollo, and they don't talk. You basically have to read, which is probably also another sticking point with you, because you have to read it in order to know what's going on. But it, like I said, it only takes 5 to 7 hours. I think it took me like 7.5 hours, I think, altogether. But it's kind of cute. Like I said, I liked it. There was some parts of it that were kind of dark for what it looks like. You wouldn't expect it to be that way, but it was a little dark.
I think you like this game because they're all cats. At least that's what they look like on screen.
They're not all, no, because Luca's a deer. Like I said, Rollo's a liger. And there is another cat, Beck. She's on here. And there's all different sorts of critters. But it, there's a little restaurant mini game in it. There's a little fishing mini game to it.
Yeah, this is a game that Lewis would punish me with. He'd be like, play this for an hour on Extra Life.
Probably, yeah. But and you might get it done in an hour. Who knows? So yeah, I don't know. I liked it. Now I will admit,
I'm giving you a hard time. I mean, it looks visually very appealing.
It is. Apparently, it was even launched on Kickstarter, and that's how it got where it is now. Apparently. The only annoying part of it is because, like I said, it's not voice acted, so you get the Charlie Brown thing whenever the two characters talk. So eventually, I just turned the volume down because you didn't.
Oh, are they really like?
Nintendo?
Oh, that would, yeah.
Yes. Like I said, the only one that you hear is like the storybooks up here now is the narrator. That's the only one that actually will speak. Other than that, the characters are all Charlie Brown voices, and that got annoying. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. But so eventually, I just turned the volume down. I didn't even listen to the storybook because I could read it and go on and But like I said, it's going off Game Pass. I wanted to try it since it showed up on Game Pass. I figured I was in between games, kind of as it was, so I might as well give it a shot. And like I said, I completed it. I got all the achievements on it and whatnot.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's if you're looking for something quick and easy to play and to get you 1,000 gamer score, Beacon Pines. I'm hoping there's a sequel because it was a cool little game, but who knows if there will be.
Did it end on a cliffhanger?
No, it did not end uncluttered. Well, one of the endings was, but then of course you go back, you use a different charm that I hadn't used yet. You got the right ending. So anyway, another one that came out this week, Party Animals.
Ooh.
I played by myself because, well, what the hell? There is a mode on there you can actually play by yourself.
Oh, it's
against
okay. It's
friends.
one of these rubbery games.
Yeah, if you played
Fall Guys, and the
Yeah,
one
that's
one
the
is like the racing one at the moment, which is very popular.
Right, and it's fun. I mean, I like this one now with the submarine. The ones with the water, I'm terrible at. I always end up falling off and drowning. So I'm not real good at those. But there's one called Buzzball, and you pick up this little electrified ball and get it to the goal. I played that today. I'm really good at that one. So I play the cat, which is not surprising to anyone, I'm sure. They even have a ripoff of Garfield on there called Garfat. I played that one too. But it's a cool game. If we get like a bunch of us, to want to play it sometime, I think
This
it's
whole
a lot of
Extra
fun.
Life.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Extra
Yeah,
Life.
Exactly.
absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, what's more fun than going around playing as stuffed animals, knocking your friends out cold with a giant lollipop or something? I don't know. But I played
Actually,
that.
walking around as a stuffed animal, knocking your friends out might be cooler. I don't know, but
Right?
it's as close as you're gonna get.
Right. So there you go. So I played that. I don't know. I played a couple, 3 hours, maybe more.
All right.
I don't know. Got a few achievements, and I don't know. Like I said, I like it. Like I said, I'm terrible at the water level, so don't expect much from me on that one. But I don't know. I guess I see the hype. I think it'll be fun with me and Tony, so that'll be good. So, and it doesn't take itself too seriously, obviously. So, give it a shot. It's on Game Pass, so got nothing to lose there.
All right. Party on,
Yeah.
Garth.
Yeah.
Party animals. Like it. Robin,
That's it.
let's talk about the wet.
Okay, let's talk about the
Ooh.
wet. What's the wet? Oh yeah, the wet. What was the wet? Well, let's get the wet
Well, it
up,
was
shall
red,
we?
red wet. Wait, Redkin wet.
Now I'm confused. Wait, he's washing his hair?
Or he's having a monthly thing.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
I don't think he ever.
Well.
I don't think he ever really understood the Redken bit. So me coming from a hairdressing background, I used to sell Redken products, but it's red.
I knew what you were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, Redken. But it's Redken. So, but I don't think he quite has got that pure Jimmy. In fact, he was the guy that was asking what we actually talked about in this. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so it's been a busy week, one way or another. So the LFM, the low fuel motorsport stuff that I've been doing in my racing ACC, we're at week 11 of 12, and that was at the Circuit of the Americas, COTA, and it was kind of cool. And I was in top split. That means I'm in with the really unbelievably fast people. And I had a number, so there was 30 people on the grid. I had number 16 on my door. So the door number that the game gives you is where they sort of expect you to be on the grid. And I managed to get myself into 9th place, top 10 finish, and I was batting well above my weight. And that has helped me to go up from last week. We were at 200 and something. We went to 206th, and now going into the final week, we're in 75th. Now, last year, I think I finished 33rd or 32nd, but I am up a division, so I'm with harder guys this year, so I'm really pleased. We're going into the last race, which is at Spa in Belgium. We're hoping that we can stay in the top 100 and maybe, if we do really well, get into the top 50, which would be I mean, top
Now,
one.
Robin, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you get a little nervous when you're playing with hard men?
Cheeky. Yeah. It's funny. When I was on a warm-up lap last night, when you're doing your warm-up lap, the cars are ghosted, and
Right.
and one of the guys entered me from the rear, so that was Tittereth. Okay, so this week with Bongo Racing and the community stuff, it has been busy. We were at Spa on Thursday evening, and that was a good fun race. That was really, really good, sort of sneaky for me to get practice in as well for this week's racing. But last night we done something a wee bit special. We went a little bit later on in the evening. The other week this is for the Americans, and we were this week the Formula One is at Suzuka in Japan. So I had a Suzuka Bazooka, which is I had 3 very short 15-minute races with a 5-minute qualifying. Now that means that you sort of get out of the pits. You have to do a complete lap, and then your qualifying lap starts. So really, you've got, if you get out quick, you might get 2 laps in. So it puts pressure on that way. And 3 15-minute races. We started one in the afternoon, one in dusk, and one at nighttime. And we had a lot of new guys in here, some super fast guys. But all the way through the grid was brilliant. It was all really close. So Jason's going in for an operation on his eyes tomorrow. The first of one, he's got cataracts removed. So good lad, Jason. Jason was racing with a guy. At his point, those guys in the middle top where I sort of sit, and then the guys that were aliens way out there. So everybody it was really intense. Usually races are 45 minutes, half an hour, but these 15-minute races were really, really, you were full on at it, and it was super. I really, really, really loved it. So, want to get my last race out of the way, which is the Spa race, and then concentrate on next weekend, which is the 30th. Is that next weekend? That is this weekend
the
coming.
30th, correct.
The 30th, which is my first long endurance race, which is 2 hours. I'm working with Roger Leopardi from Florida. That game could have done with the services because he has a voice acting company. The voice of Ford, and we're doing a driver swap. So we come into the pits, he gets into the car, I get out, he goes on. So that's new. 2 hours is new, and it's going to be at Silverstone. And Red Ken has set the game up. It's his first big time running one of these as well. He set the race up to be real weather. Silverstone, England, late September. The forecast looks
highly
like it's going to
it'll
be wet.
be raining.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most people in these games race in the dry. And so I want to get this week's LFM race, the final one, out, and then get lots of practice in. We've been practicing in the dry, and it's the practice in the wet. And the final thing I'll say about this whole thing, I have commissioned a new fleet of liveries for Bongo Racing for next season. And as things are building up, and they're going to be more mature. The green thing will still be there, but they're going to be slightly
okay
more.
there? You get a little.
People were worried about me last night with my heart. When I'm looking at the screen right now, and the heart rate I'm looking at was 129 beats. There's 128. So yeah, they're worried. Robin, Jesus, look at your heart rate. It goes up. It is. I don't know if that's a workout or not, but so I'm looking for that. That's Wheelnut Designs in France are doing those for me. So exciting things over the next few weeks, and then of course the trip to the big sim racing expo in Germany in just 3 weeks time. It's the 12th of October, I believe that is. We go out to Dortmund in Germany. So
you're going to be in Germany. I'll be in Vegas.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll be in Missouri.
You know what? After my last trip, it's going to be more bratwurst.
There's 2 winners in this and 1 loser.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah,
It'll probably be me, by the way, as the loser, because I'm going to be in Vegas, and I've
got big German people and German beer.
Speaking of Germany, I saw some videos. I've seen them before, but I just I'm thinking of this because I saw it recently. But you see those beer houses where these tiny women are like carrying like 2 to 3 stacks of like
jugs.
12 on 12 on 12 just beer steins. Just ungodly big.
Yep.
There's no way they should be able to carry that much beer.
Right?
Great jugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny. That reminds me of something yesterday morning. But these guys, like these stupid videos where these 2 guys were walking down the street, and one of them had a clothes rack, like a big tall clothes rack. So they're walking down the street, and they set it up with his girls coming, and he's walking straight towards his friend and goes, "Wow, what a great rack!" And these girls are going, and he goes, "Yeah, where did you get that from?" And they turn around and realize, it's a sort of candid camera thing. It was so funny. I caught myself giggling like mad at it. Sorry, German steins, big beers.
Yeah. Just speaking of those funny videos, I did also happen to see a video of a dude that was trying to do 4 stacks of beer steins, and of course loses all of them. And just a giant crash of glass and beer.
Oh dear!
All over.
That's a bill.
Yeah.
That's a bill. Anyway.
Okay.
So that's that.
Unless anybody has anything else they want to add. We can
I'm
talk some
good.
news.
Other than Taylor Swift apparently at the Chiefs game.
Here is the fun news.
See, I cannot think of Taylor Swift any longer. I think the little GIF.
I want her to just distract Travis Kelce to no end.
Yeah, but it's the beer thing again. Do you like the GIF that I put up? You got that, Kim? I don't know if Nicole got it, but I knew you would have got that. Yeah, that was from, what was that golf game? The golf
Happy
movie?
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I loved when girls dressed like that, suspenders and all the bit. Anyway,
different topic.
Different times.
Okay, let's talk some news, Robin.
Oh my goodness, there's been a massive leak, Greg. It's like coming in everywhere, and it's coming through a pipe. There's been a
real fast. This news leak. So just we're calling it a leak, but it really wasn't a leak. So this, occurred from the FTC versus Microsoft court case, where Microsoft had uploaded some documents. And remember, there's hundreds of thousands of documents that are being uploaded to the FTC servers. And some of those uploaded documents have attachments upon attachments. So it's kind of a very weird system. But Microsoft, I guess, uploaded some unredacted documents that were uploaded for the public-facing version of the court case. So this really isn't a news leak per se, because it's not like somebody stole the information or somebody snuck it out. It just somebody discovered it within all of these documents. Good for them for going through all this crap. But so that's how they found this stuff. Now I'll let you take over, Robin. Let's go.
Well, there was a leak, and it was a big one, and it's in a pipe, and I'll start all this again exactly, and and it's about the new Xbox Series X design, next gen for 2028 and 2028, and millions and billions of tax dollars, and more, and I understand exactly, because once I almost burnt down the kitchen by wrecking popcorn, and those 48,000 kernels lost their lives that day. One of the biggest Xbox leaks in history has occurred. Thanks to FTC, Microsoft case has unredacted documents, blah, 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 blah. All new design features called Codename Brooklyn. How sexy is that, Brooklyn? And the unannounced console refresh has been accidentally revealed with these documents. They're everywhere. Everybody has documents in cupboards. Documents all over the place. Probably people will go to jail for having those documents. The new Xbox Series X design looks more like a cylindrical tube pipe than the existing console, and will ship without a disk drive. Internal confidential Microsoft documents. I have to whisper, that's what you do next. Reveal. It has 2 terabytes of storage, up from 1 terabyte, and a USB-C front port. Wow, Apple invented that. They have it on their new phones. It's really good now. And port with power delivery. And an all-new, more immersive controller. Now, what I'm going to do, I am actually going to show you what this thing looks like if you haven't seen it. So, when this loads into your screen, you're going to just have kittens.
It'll view nicer than even our document.
Kittens.
Important to note, though, this is not a mid-gen upgrade. It's basically the same. It's the same Xbox, in quotes,
in a tube
with some tweaks.
It's in a tube.
2 terabytes of storage, better Wi-Fi. It is diskless, so it will no longer have a disk drive.
Terrible.
A lot of people wondering how this is. Can it go horizontal?
You can roll it. You can roll it around where you want.
If roll it however you want, roll it on its backside. I'm guessing there's going to be some little stand, some little cheapy stand that'll come with it. I mean, you could just.
It may have a
lay
flat,
it down like a log,
but it may have a flat bottom at one side. The bottom may be flat, so that you could put it on its back, so it doesn't roll over.
I don't like flat bottoms, so I
don't know.
For it to stay round.
I don't like a shelf. I don't, I like a.
Well, maybe it's like the one X now that's got feet on the one side.
It might have some feet on one side.
But it's again
better
the most.
Wi-Fi.
But what it's saying is the most powerful Xbox ever, and now adorably all digital. Adorably. I don't.
Every
I
disc
still
person
say it
out
looks
there
like
is like
Microsoft
angry.
Alexa.
It's the thing.
It actually very much reminds me of Amazon device. That's a good call, Kim. That's what this looks like.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, so this this document stuffed amongst all these other documents and somehow not redacted. It's amazing. So we now know This will be one of those worst kept secrets in gaming industry.
And do you know where they found
Right.
they found the documents? Tucked in a back cupboard in Mar-a-Lago. Fucking unbelievable.
Probably.
Xbox Game Pass made 230 million revenue in 1 month. The most users pay for full subscriptions. I was speaking to a guy the other week about Forza, and I'm not paying for Forza, and I'm not going to do that. It's ridiculous, and it's not having all the full support that everything. I said, well, you don't worry. I mean, if you're Xbox Game Pass, on PC, you'll get it anyway. And he went,
Right.
oh, I have Xbox Game Pass. That shut him up. Over the last few years, we've pieced together a lot of information and the data about Microsoft and its video games division. In October 22, us here, uncovered that Xbox Game Pass on console made $2.9 billion in revenue. 2.9 billion, I'll say it again, in revenue in 2021. As per a as for official document, it was found in a car in somebody else's garage. Shortly after that, Xbox Gaming CEO T-shirt wearer extraordinaire Phil Spencer said Game Pass made around 10 to 15% of content and service revenues, leading to our own adjusted calculations. I love calculations that are adjusted. Now, Microsoft has delivered concrete data on Game Pass revenues. This is to be trusted. According to a newly published Xbox slide deck from the FTC versus Microsoft federal case, Xbox Game Pass generated an average of $9.26 per subscription. We know that there were around 25 million Xbox Game Pass subscribers as of January 22. So, Xbox Game Pass may, that's not that concrete, have generated around $231.5 million in revenue for the month of April 2022. That's not too shabby. This also means that there were around 3.1 million PC Master Race stuck-up nerdy Game Pass subscribers during the period, and that most Game Pass subscribers are paying full price for their subscription. Some of them are even buying the games even though they didn't realise that the subscription. With the net revenue value of $9.26 more closely matching up with the original $9.99 month cost of the base Xbox and Game Pass console, their PC tier. They've made lots of money.
Yeah.
And, lots of money. That's, 231.5 million. I mean, that's more than I earn in a year.
Well above.
Yeah.
Although you're catching up, Robin. You are catching up these days.
More. Just think how much
Your YouTube millions are going to get you over the top.
No, they're
You're
not.
just
Damn it. That's the hardest thing I've ever done. Anyway, so yes, it sounds like it's doing okay for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a billion.
Do you know
billion.
the console, Robin?
Sorry?
When's that coming?
The console? Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, does it say?
Yes, 2028.
Oh, does it say? It does. Mysterious. Russell Brand. It was like, it just appeared. Microsoft new diskless Xbox Series X is far from the only news that just leaked out of the FTC, big corporation, and Microsoft case. The documents may also reveal Microsoft far future plans for 2028, by which the company believe it could achieve full convergence of its cloud gaming platform, and it will become aware, and we will be taken over completely, and Skynet really does work, and it has happened already.
Side note to this Skynet reference. Did you see the video of the robot that was a boxing robot in the ring with the human fighter? And they were like, would you fight this? And I'm looking at that thinking, this is how it all fucking comes down.
Yep.
This is how it all starts.
Just slip in. Our vision, develop a next generation hybrid game platform capable of leveraging the combined power of client and cloud to deliver deeper immersion and entirely new classes of game experiences. So, yeah, so you asked me a question, 2028.
All right. And in that leaked document, there was a cohesive hybrid compute slide that talks about kind of their key strategic decisions and investments, Robin.
It has 64 ARMs. It has lots of gens.
So for the CPU, ARM64 versus x64. So this is a big change. They're looking at ARM now moving forward, as opposed to your traditional x64 architecture.
That's so cute. So the CPU balance of big little CPU cores. Oh, little life forms, little life forms. Those little CPU cores. Anyway, yeah, it sounds like it's got lots of P's. Yep, it has ray tracing and
we have a lot of P's
and dynamic global illumination, like those minions, and micro polygon regendering optimizations. Wow, let's make stuff up. Let's make it up. And lacking thin OS for $99 consumer or handheld devices. Ooh, there's a line.
Mm-hmm. Now, just to kind of speed things along, because I know this is a lengthy bit of news leakage.
I bought this controller. I bought one of these this week.
Yeah. I don't think you did, but that's okay.
I bought an Elite without a box.
This is not
in
the
that
same
exact
thing,
same color, white and black. And I could buy it without the case and the charge pack. You can buy an Elite controller now, just the controller.
Yes.
Hey, Sarah, you've just joined for the serious
so
bit.
this is they also leaked the design for their new controller that would be coming out with the new refreshed console called Sybil.
Sybil. Really?
And this is interesting. So a lot of it does. I mean, it's more rounded. And when you look at the design of the controller, I don't know if you want to put it up on screen or not, but it's definitely more rounded. But it does have haptic triggers apparently.
Rounded.
They also have a comment in here: direct Wi-Fi to cloud or something to that effect. So it makes you wonder if this is a controller that can be completely used away from the console easily, just to directly connect to the internet, quote unquote. So you could, in theory, stream, again, xCloud from your TV and have your controller sync up directly to the xCloud platform, as opposed to it syncing up to your TV, which is a difference, because if it has to sync up to your TV and then go to xCloud, there is a little bit more lag there. Versus if the controller itself syncs up directly using Wi-Fi to xCloud, and the TV is syncing up to xCloud, you're eliminating a little bit of that lag for the controller.
Because it's such a problem right now. I mean, I would have got so many frags if it hadn't been for that lag.
Yeah.
So there you are. That's happening. It's interesting. But I did buy an Elite controller, or Corey bought one because he was using my Elite.
I was in the design labs.
Oh.
And I did not pull the trigger yet.
Trigger on a trigger?
I got mine.
It'll happen.
So.
It'll happen.
I like mine.
I might go with the blue one.
Okay. So so there's lots of lovely stuff there. So
but wait, Robin.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
Okay.
There's more.
Within all of these documents. Kim, I don't know if you're seeing this.
In another document.
A bunch of Bethesda stuff that got leaked.
Absolutely. Yep. The Oblivion remaster for 2022. What?
Obviously.
Originally
not
set.
happening in 2022. That's good. But I think this is akin to that, was it the, I'm trying to blank, NVIDIA leak.
Right.
Where they had a bunch of games in folders that hadn't yet necessarily come out. But for the most part, all of them existed at some point in time over the next couple of years. I think this is what's happening here. The Oblivion remaster, we should expect it sometime in the future.
Doom Year Zero and DLC for fiscal year 2023, and the second set of DLC for fiscal year 2024. A Fallout 3 remaster for 2024 fiscal year, so that could be into 2025. A sequel to Ghostwire Tokyo, fiscal year 2024, and Dishonored 3 for fiscal year 2024. Ooh.
Many people will be happy to hear about that.
But there were also a number of games for console/PC without specific names, including the Indiana Jones game, Project Kestrel, Project Platinum, and a vaguely named licensed IP game. So, yeah, there's stuff coming. There's stuff coming. And
there's stuff coming.
It's over. Well, like finally, like even maybe it's over. The CMA has now stated that the new restructured deal proposed by Microsoft has substantially addressed all of their previous concerns, which were pathetic. The UK's Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, has given preliminary approval for Microsoft to proceed with its $69 billion, I'm amazed it hasn't went up because of Biden inflation, Activision deal. Because it's probably in real terms worth less now, so or more. I'm not sure.
Ironically, the stock price of Activision is now almost at the $95 offer that Microsoft gave to Activision, which means, the people were selling, they're buying and selling to try and get to that magic price point.
So they had originally blocked acquisition over cloud gaming concerns. But the restructured deal has to transfer cloud gaming rights for current and new Activision Blizzard games to Ubisoft. In a memo to employees, included Blue, Xbox Phil T-shirt wearing Spencer called it a positive development and a welcome indicator that our hard work is bringing us closer to our goal. The CMA considers that the restructured deal makes important changes that substantially address concerns it set out in relation to the original transaction earlier this year, and the CMA said in a press release, and opens the door to the deal being cleared. What a pile of... This is just a preliminary decision ahead of final approval. The CMA says it has now opened a consultation to gain third-party feedback. I don't like it. On Microsoft's proposed remedies until October the 6th. A final decision is expected before the extended October 18th deadline. The consultation period is meant to address a few remaining concerns that CMA has with the deal. While the CMA has identified limited residual concerns with the new deal, Microsoft has put forward remedies with the CMA has provisioning concluded should address these issues. I said the same thing 4 different ways. The same way.
So close.
So close. It's ridiculous.
So close. I think we will all be happy to see this over.
Yeah.
Yes.
It will be interesting to see because obviously this is going to close, or it's anticipated to close ahead of the launch of Modern Warfare 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, what does the gaming landscape look like the second half of this year? Suddenly, revenues are going to definitely shift.
Shift.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Modern Warfare 3 zombie mode.
Yes.
I'm down.
Alrighty.
I'm down for that.
I will hold you to that. Because Boomer's already
I told Mark.
It. I haven't yet.
Mark,
but I will.
hell yeah. And Mark's like, are you serious? I'm like, hell yes, I am. I'm serious as a heart attack. We are getting Modern Warfare 3, damn it. And no, we're not buying 2 versions this time. Anyway. All right. That was the news. Kim, I think there's some new releases coming out. I don't know. Maybe.
There might be a couple, yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Your new releases for September 24th through the 30th are Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on the 26th.
Real fast. Saw some scuttlebutt around this that apparently there might be a rights transferring thing for possibly the DLC being included for people that bought it on Xbox. I'm not positive. I saw an article loosely talking about it. I didn't get a chance to look into it in full detail, but that would be interesting.
Alrighty. Yeah. Alrighty. In other news, we have El Paso. All right, I can speak.
El Paso elsewhere. Jesus, Murphys.
Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC on the 26th as well. Miniko's Night Market, I think, for the Switch and PC on the 26th. My Time at Sandrock for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch on September 26th as well. Oh dear, Robin's at it again. Paleo Pines for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 26th. Holy moly. Infinity Strash Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai. I swear to God, Robin didn't mess with that one. That's just the way that one is, I swear. For the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Switch, and PC on the 28th. Sonic Y Frontiers, The Final Horizon, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC on the 28th. I'm sure there's something wrong there, but whatever. Cocoon. Not to be confused.
This
Not to be
game is going to be so good. They've been working on this since the original Cocoon movie came out. It's going to be fantastic.
To be great.
It's
That's where I was going with that. But anyway, all right, Cocoon, not to be confused with the movie Battle, folks. I don't know, maybe it is. Will be out for the Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 29th. All right, we'll go with it. Cypher 007, because I don't remember, for iOS on September 29th. I'm sure that one's wrong, but you know, whatever. Holy moly, there's another one. I guess I forgot. All right, EA Sports FC 24 for the PS5, Xbox X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 29th. I think that's, holy shit, I closed the window. But I think that's all of them. So hold on, let me
I believe that is all of them.
I think so.
El Paso, elsewhere,
Yes,
is a border crossing tale. Come on, that was funny. Really? Nobody? Border?
Yeah,
Texas?
yeah.
No?
Gotcha.
Whip it,
Yep.
whip it
Benico's
real
Night
good.
Market does sound like a prostitution ring. Just saying.
I kind of thought so, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
go there.
I like Sonic Wayfronts.
And Cocoon,
Yeah.
the old people game. We should play that for the OC podcast.
Really should. Oh,
I have a
dear
feeling it's
God.
going to be nothing about the old people, though. I'm just saying.
Probably not.
Okay. Thank you, Kim. That was
Oh.
brilliantly done.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you struggle with El Paso, which I El Paso.
El Paso.
El Paso. Yeah, I can say it now. Can't say it then.
Yeah, well, there's
Apparently,
lots.
Song at Frontier
There's
is the
new.
final horizon,
That's
not
a-
Whiterun's, as was screwed with on the thing.
The El
So there you
Paso
go.
thing's a great game, and you just take it down there. There's loads of new customers every day to sell it to. 10,000 a day.
Moving on.
It's fantastic.
Oh, dear.
We've got some play dates.
Yay.
Woo!
Robin.
Yes, this Thursday evening, we are having free pizza tomorrow. That's at the Imola 45. It's called the Free Pizza Tomorrow. Always free pizza tomorrow. And that's on Thursday at 9:50 kickoff, 10 o'clock race start. So you'll find all the details on my YouTube channel, Bongo Racing, Bongo's Bits, and you'll get links to the Discord. Lots of new members this week, and thank you very much, everybody. So come along and join the fun with that.
Yeah. Don't forget, subscribe to Bongo's
Please.
OnlyFans.
Please, and the OC podcast, please. Like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. I forgot to do that. Damn it.
Whoops.
Halo should be back, although maybe not. It may not be me leading the Halo charge this week, just because I know my Wednesday is going to be insanely busy with work.
Oh.
But it happens. Maybe we'll get in a Friday session. Maybe it'll be Fortnite. Maybe it'll be Modern Warfare, some Call of Duty. Who knows? Someday we'll probably come back to PUBG too. There's a lot of things we could do there. Or Sea of Thieves. This didn't make it in the news, but there's a great new update coming to Sea of Thieves that has me very excited. It's the PvE servers. So they're they realize that there's a bunch of people that would love to play Sea of Thieves in a safe zone, if you will, a player versus environment, just enjoy the story and all of what they've built in the game and not have some asshole 12-year-old troll you for an hour.
Right.
So they're introducing that in December. It can't get here fast enough. I'm excited for that. That will get me back into playing Sea of Thieves. And it can be done co-op. So, by yourself or with up to 3 friends. So, yeah. Maybe you guys will qualify as my free friends.
Okay. Although, be forewarned, I can't sail a ship to save my ass, so better stick me on a cannon or something.
Pete can give you
There's a
lessons.
comment about women driving to be made, and I'm not going to
Yeah,
do it. I love
yeah,
you too much, Kim.
Pete can give you lessons. Don't worry, Kim. Pete will teach you how to drive really fast speedboats.
Okay.
Pete, can you please keep it under 4?
Pete, over to the next island. We'll see you there tomorrow.
Oh, Pete.
The fact that the wind could push his boat backwards at full speed is slightly funny. I'm sorry. It just is. Okay. Pete, we love you. We love our fans and the community, those that were in the chat. Kim, let's give some shout outs. I know Lord was in there pretty active. I did see RCGC.
The OnlyFans.
So let's give him some love.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a couple of shatters today. Like you said, there's Lord and Sarah was in there, RCGC. So thanks you guys for stopping by. Because for a little bit there, I was kind of worried that poor Lord was going to be in there by himself. But then Sarah showed up too. So thanks for that.
Lord's used to playing by himself, so it's okay.
Right. Boomer blew us off, so you know I'll have to have a talk to him about that. But you know, it happens, I guess.
You know what? Once you realize Boomer's real name is Gary, it all makes sense. Garys are assholes.
He's a snail.
So we love Boomer, but yeah. Anyway. All right.
You're right.
Just shout outs. Let's wrap the show up. I think it's time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Robin, why didn't you start?
Yeah, I'm just going to say shout out to Jason. We know him as Step J in this community, and he is going in for that operation, first operation tomorrow, and because he has wee cataracts on his eyes, and hopefully the world will become clear, and he'll realize he needs his divorce or something. No. To Roger, who took ill in the middle of the stream last night. Roger, hope you're okay, buddy. He was getting a bit dizzy and stuff. And to Jamie, good luck for this weekend for your big endurance race, your first one. It's a lot of stress hosting something like that with all of these really super fast people and me. So good luck with that. And by this time next week, that will all be done. So yeah, good luck to him. Kim.
Nerdy. I don't know. Shout out to everybody. Hope you all have a good week. Shout out to you guys. It's fun like always. We get a little therapy session in here, so that's always good. Even though I'm not being driven insane by children anymore. Although I will have Tony tomorrow, so.
Tony tomorrow. He's a baseball player. Tony tomorrow.
There you go. Yeah.
That does sound like a baseball player. Tony tomorrow.
A little bit. So, yeah, hopefully everybody has a good week. And if you want to play some Call of Duty this week and I happen to be around, let me know. And we'll see what we can do.
Cool.
So,
all right.
Over to Greg.
Okay. Well, shout out to the community. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Now, special shout outs. Robin.
Yes.
Huge shout out right now to you and your Cardinals, who are beating the Cowboys
right
15-3.
Cool.
Wow.
Nobody would have seen that coming.
No, they've been building.
Kim?
They've been building.
Mm-hmm.
Buddha.
Okay, sure.
Buddha.
You
Buddha.
run with that narrative.
Buddha Baker.
Kim, shout out to you. Your Chiefs are winning like they're supposed to, 14-0. As far as I could tell, they should cruise in this game.
What about the Broncos? How are they doing?
Well, that was going to be my special shout out for Gary. Gary, let Rush cook. They got cooked. Dear Lord, I think that the final score was 40 some odd points to 14 or something. I don't know. It was ugly. I stopped counting.
It was funny though.
It was rough. Shout out to my Chargers, who managed to not blow the late game. They tried their damnedest. Let me tell you, their defense actually stood up and did something for once. But yeah, so we are no longer winless, unlike the Broncos. Suck it, Gary.
70-20.
Sorry, say that again.
70-20. The Broncos. 70-20.
7-0.
Yep.
They fucking put that's a curb stop. That's like open your mouth, get on the curb. I'm going to break your neck, all your teeth, and then I'm going to stab you in the ass just because I feel like it.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Terrible.
I cannot wait for tomorrow's press conference with Gary Payton, Sean Payton. Sorry, not Gary Payton. Gary Payton would be interesting, but right. Sean Payton, the coach who blamed everybody under the sun last week for the loss except for himself. This is going to be good times. Good times for sure. Okay. On that happy note, I'm joyous now. I think we can all have a great Sunday except for Gary. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next weekend. Robin, play some funky music.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.